to everyone to our annual award ceremony. So thank you for coming today. Thanks everyone, our the coaches, the management team, boards, members. I would particularly like to welcome to all the parents, the volunteers. So they have been constantly support our club during the season. So I welcome everyone. So particularly this year, actually, it has been a significant year for us with running 5 senior teams and 2 junior teams. It has been extremely challenging for the club, for everyone, the board, the parents, the coaches, the volunteers. So special thanks goes to all our supporters and volunteers. And I would like to thank to all our sponsors. Unfortunately, Dr. Puri uncle not here. So, but thanks to all of EuroAsia, he's our main sponsor this year. Our special thanks to Dr. Puri for behind all supports. And this is actually really. So I know the Poland team has a long list to go. So I'll just quick thanks to everyone, and thanks for coming today. Thanks to so let's start this evening with this award ceremony, and enjoy the festival spirit of the cricket. Okay? Thank you again. Thanks everyone for coming.
Thank you, Sanjeev. So our special guest tonight has been somebody who has been keeping a close eye on us since the very beginning back in 2009, and it's someone who's just basically helped the development of the club right from the start, and used to be councillor, now deputy, Derek Keating, TD.
Can I first of all say a very special thank you to Adamstown Cricket Club for inviting me here tonight. Thanks, Paul, for the very warm welcome. I'd like to thank Olag for the initial phone call. It's a great pleasure to be here, and I can honestly say it's a great pleasure to be here again, because I have been a great supporter of this wonderful club, this growing and developing club now for a few years. And I was thinking, as I was coming into the hall tonight and just looking around and seeing some familiar faces and some faces that I haven't met yet, people I haven't met yet. In the long number of years I've been serving in public life and in community development and working with the voluntary sector, to see how Ireland has changed over my lifetime. And in the last 10, 15, maybe 20 years, there have been dramatic changes, not least of all when many people from different parts of the world, for different reasons, have moved to Ireland and to make their home in Ireland, and many have become Irish citizens. And that's a change, that's a development that I embraced from the very outset. And I'm delighted to be able to say that all these years later, there are people that I know from different parts of the world, including, for example, Olag and Mina, who I consider not just to be local residents, but I really consider to be friends. So through that development process, that's something that I've embraced. And so to those of you who I have already had the opportunity of saying it's great to meet you, and to those of you who I haven't met, I want to say I really embrace that union of, because you know we're all members of the one humankind, and it's wonderful to see so many people making their home in Ireland and to making Ireland their home. And of course, I'm also somebody who's taken a great interest in sport for all of my life. Initially, soccer. I was born into a soccer household. It was always Manchester United and St. Patrick's Athletic. maybe I should have mentioned St. Patrick's Athletic first instead of Manchester United, because we're not doing too well at the moment. But again, because of my work in my adult life, I've grown to appreciate more and more sports. And to be very honest with you, I wouldn't have been able to say 10 or 15 years ago that I've come to appreciate cricket. No, I wouldn't have been able to say that. But I am able to say it now with my hand and my heart. And of course, there's been a benefit for us Irish people too, because it's no coincidence that our cricket performance has improved in recent years. And we're now at a much higher level in world cricket than we were, 10, 15 years ago. And there's no doubt about it, I can say with absolute certainty, as we embrace and welcome more and more people from different parts of the world who have, and I always remember Mina was the person who said it to me first, and I'll never forget it when she said, Derek, we have cricket in our blood. And I've come to understand that a bit more. And so I think there will be a great benefit to both Ireland and to our new friends living in Ireland, our Irish citizens from India, as we develop the sport as well. Of course, with all that's happened over the last number of years, there are of course challenges. And I know one of the great challenges for many sporting organisations, including Adamstown Cricket Club, is that word facility, amenity, location, base, call it what you like, clubhouse. And as I was saying to Oleg and Mina and some other friends earlier, as a government party TD, as a member of our national parliament, who was a member of the government, I feel the weight of that responsibility on my shoulders every day, because in trying to meet those challenges. But now, 5 years after becoming a TD, I'm very happy, or should I say, I'm much happier at the state of our nation today. Because, for example, there's 135,000 more people working than there were 5 years ago. And what that means is that more and more people are contributing to our exchequer. And there's a slightly reduced burden on those who are working. And one of the consequences, or one of the benefits of that, is that more money is going to be invested in sport. And a great example of that is when, just a couple of years ago, the Minister for Sport, my colleague, Minister Michael Ring, was able to reopen the Sports Capital Programme for the first time in many years. And a second round of funding was more recently dispersed, even more money. And I'm absolutely certain and very convinced that when the next round of sports capital grants are announced, there'll be even more money available. And I hope that that will be to the benefit of the local clubs in my community that I've been supporting for many years, not least of all Adamstown Cricket Club. So, what I want to say to you is that commitment is there. I would love to have the opportunity when we reach that point that I'll be able to work again with Adamstown Cricket Club and support you in a meaningful way in terms of a plan for your own facilities. And that commitment is there on my behalf. Of course, it's all predicated on me getting re-elected again, but that's a matter for the people. And you might have a say in that. So any support you can give me will be very welcome. But in the same way that my commitment has been to the local community for many years, in the same way that my commitment has been there for local sporting organisations, including Adamstown Cricket Club, I want to reaffirm that commitment and to commit myself again to supporting you going forward in whatever meaningful way that I can. In the meantime, I'm grateful for the invitation. I'm absolutely delighted and proud to be here tonight, to be with you and as part of this wonderful celebration. I was just thinking, I hadn't seen such an array of silverware and medals and trophies for such a long time, but I think that's indicative of not only the growth and the development of Adamstown Cricket Club over the last couple of years, but also because of the success that it's achieved. As in, wonderful to see so many young people. When I come in, I think the awards were being made to the under 11s. I mean, that's a wonderful reflection on a successful and a growing local sporting organisation, and long may that continue. Thank you very much. By the way, I should have said to you, I wore this red jumper just to reflect the festive season that we're having tonight.
Thank you very much, Derek. I wore my red tie to reflect the colours of Adamstown. So, guys, as Derek alluded to, many of you have seen him before, many of you haven't. But Derek was with us back in Griffin Park in 2009 when we had our first Blitz, when we had no clubhouse. He was with us in 2010 in Corca Park when we had a gazebo as a clubhouse. He popped down in 2011 when we had our shipping container clubhouse. And he's here now when we have our twin shipping container clubhouse. So obviously, Derek, you're going to put all of your efforts into making sure we have a proper clubhouse. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to move on to the Senior Awards. Is that right, Sanjeev? Yeah? Yeah, okay. And we're going to start with the next slide that Gurdeep has prepared, which is Team 5. Okay, so the nominations for Team 5 Best Batsmen are Shankar, who's had an amazing season, amazing run of scores at the end of the season especially. Mayank, and Mohammed. And the winner with an aggregate of 202 runs with an amazing average of 50 runs is Shankar. Well done, Shankar. Well done, Shankar, well done. So the nominations for Team 5 Best Bowler this year, again nominated is Mayank, Saif, and Ganapathy. And the winner of Team 5 Best Bowler with 12 wickets at an amazing average of 13 is Mayank. And representing Mayank tonight is Ali. Well done, Ali, stepping up to the mark yet again. Okay, so Team 5 Player of the Year 2015. Amazing scores all around on this. This is, bear in mind, guys, this is our first ever time having 5 senior teams. And most clubs would struggle, just to seeing as we have Derek in the audience here, just to put this in perspective. All of the funding for the sports capital has been going to the supposed big clubs. Clubs that already have clubhouses, clubs that already have amazing facilities, they have ratcheted up even more money. we are a club that has become one of the big guns in Leinster cricket. We have 5 senior teams, 2 junior teams, probably more on the way, and we are running it out of a shipping container. We have become one of the largest memberships in Leinster cricket, and this is the first year we've had 5 teams in the league. So I think it's an amazing achievement for all those involved in Team 5. So the winner of Team 5 Player of the Year, nominated are Shankar, Mayank and Ravi. And the winner, with 4 wickets at 29 but 202 runs, when you have an average of 50 you have to win, it's Shankar. Well done, Shankar. Amazing, amazing result. Shankar has been a member since the very start. And just a quick word of thanks for the captains of Team 5. Ravi and Ganapati have had an amazing season. So much work goes behind the scenes. And just a big thanks to those guys for this work. Okay, so on to Team 4. Camel took the captaincy of Team 4, and the nominations for 2015 Team 4 Best Batsmen are Rosine, Curran and Mobeen. And the winner of Team 4 Best Batsman with the highest number of runs scored by any player in the club at 447 runs with an average of 32 is Rosine. Well done, Rosine. Amazing performance. So on to the bowlers. To the bowlers. So the nominations for Team 4 2015 Best Bowler are Varun Sharma, Arun Verma and Kamal Kumar. So with 15 wickets at an average of 22, the winner is Varun. Well done, Varun. Brilliant effort. Brilliant. So now we go to Team Player of the Year for Team 4. Nominees Rosine, Curran and Arun. And with a balanced performance, that's why we have this category. You're going to have players that are going to be team players that can do everything, bat and bowl and field. And this player is no exception, with 187 runs at an amazing average of 37, 11 wickets at an amazing average of only 18. The winner is Arun. Does someone want to come up and take the Camel? Yeah. Representing Arun is Camel. A big thanks also goes to Camel for captaining the team. Like I said, there's so much work goes behind the scenes, so well done to you. On to the mighty Team 3. Team 3, the club within a club. Everyone wants to play for Team 3. So I don't know what a shock is giving the guys, but again they have won Division 12 again after amazingly being captain. And Adamstown have had this trophy in our cabinet for, is that 3 years in a row now? Yeah? 4th year. Yeah? So we're going to be 4th year with the same trophy, which is brilliant. So we go on to are we going for the league medal straight away, yeah? Ashok, do you want to come up? Captain Fantastic Ashok, everybody.
First of all, congratulations, Team 3. The winner medals. Okay, few of them are not here, but I'll call their name. Fahad Liaquat. Okay, Aman, come and collect the medal. Fahad Liaquat. James, he is also not here. James. Pavitar Singh. Come on, round of applause. Pavitar Singh, young batsman. Definitely he'll be playing Team 1. Aman Sangwan getting married tomorrow. So hopefully we won't get him next season. The wonderful prospect of the team, Jim Lobo, fast bowler. Jim Lobo is here. Inzamam ul Haq of our team, Usman Shahid. He is not here. He's jealous now. He's not getting the medal. Come on, Manan. Anand, thank you. Bradley Fernandez, he is also not here. Okay. Bradley is not here. No, okay, you can. Give it to me later. Okay, one more fantastic bowler, but he has to control his temper as well. I know who am I talking about. Sadi Said. His temper is more faster than his bowling. Gussa mat karo. As a captain's nightmare. Fantastic batsman Akshay Katiyal. Last couple of years, he was taking all the cups, but this time he is not getting anything rather. So he is so upset. Amandeep Matharu, vice captain. He is the vice captain, a very good deputy to me. Yeah, he is taking all the medals. Last but not the least, my son. Thank you.
Well done, Ashok. Amazing performance again. Team 3 are feared the whole league structure over. There's no way they're staying in that league next year. Okay, so we're going to move on to the Team 3 best batsmen. So the nominees are, guys, the nominees are Usman, Bradley and Himanshu. And the winner with 244 runs at an average of 49 is Usman. Well done, Anand. All right, there you go. On to the bowling. The bowling for Team 3, I mean the batting was excellent, but the bowling for Team 3 terrified all of the opposition this year. Terrified me if I ever had to bat against them in the nets as well. So the nominees are Sid, Amandeep and Ravi. And the winner with 22 wickets at an amazing average of 13 is, of course, Sid. I shock you, not keeping him from next year. No way. Don't even think about it. It's not happening, okay? So the Team 3 Player of the Year for 2015. As I said, these are the guys that can pretty much do it all. So the nominees are Usman, Bradley and Sid. And the winner with 170 runs at an amazing average of 57, and also chipped in with 5 wickets, again at only 13, is Bradley. Bradley's not here. Again, Bradley was a new addition to the club and threw himself into everything. He played a ton of games and he was a pleasure to play with. So we're moving on to Team 2. Team 2, just a recap on what Team 2 did. Team 2, a couple of years ago, when Monty took over, Team 2 were in Division 11, and 2 years later, they find themselves in Division 8. So, Team 2 have had an amazing run, and we're very, very close to winning the league this year. We missed out by point-something%, or it was a bit tragic really. But anyway, they got runners-up in the league, which was brilliant. So the Team 2 Best Batsman nominations are Bradley, Hanan, and Hamas. And the winner with 286 Team 2 runs at an average of 36 is Bradley. Well done, Bradley. On to the Team 2 bowlers. So we had spin versus pace in these nominations. We had Rajan's guile and flight and spin, Monty's pace and swing, and Sunil Matthews' outrageous spin. And the winner with 17 wickets at 16 average is Rajan. Brilliant effort by Rajan. Always turning up to training. That's what you get when you turn up to training. Well done, Rajan. So on to Player of the Year. Guys, on to Player of the Year. So nominees are Hanan, Monty, Hanan, Hamza and Rajan. Alright, and also the winner isn't actually put up, so we have to excuse me for that. But the winner is actually Monty with 159 runs at 26 and 17 wickets. And he also captained the team. Well done, Monty. You make sure he gets that, Hamas, all right? Okay, so on to Team 1. Team 1 had an amazing year, really. We won. We were climbing up to the top of the league at the start of the year, and then at the end of the year we couldn't win a game. We hammered the team that ended up winning the league, and we ended up losing against the team that got relegated. So it was a very difficult team to predict how we were going to turn up. But I think all the guys on Team 1 know that if we actually turn up on our day, we can beat anyone in that league and probably anyone in a couple of leagues above it. So just watch this space. I think Team 1 are going to turn a few heads next year. So the Best Batsman Award 2015, the nominees are Hasib, Happy. And Camel. And with 405 runs at an average of 31, the winner is Hasib. Well done, Hasib. Brilliant season. So on to the bowlers now. Nominated again for in the best bowling category is Happy. Guys. So nominated for best bowling is Happy and Jimmy and Ammon. So we've got the pace of Ammon and the spin of Jimmy, and don't know what Happy does. But with 20 wickets and an average of 19, the winner is Happy. Well done, Happy. So on we go to Team 1 Player of the Year for 2015. The nominations again are Happy, Ammon and Hasib. All contributed massively this year, but with 398 runs and 20 wickets, it has to be Happy. We won't mention his captaincy record at all. Okay, so we're going to go on to Club Player of the Year. Everyone plays at the level they're comfortable at, and there are some amazing performances at all levels. So the nominees for Club Player of the Year. Nominated are Happy with 398 runs at 26 average and 20 wickets at 19 average. Performance all over the place. Also nominated are Hanan with 409 runs and 16 wickets. Hamza with 383 runs, and even though he kept wicket, he somehow managed to get 7 wickets as well. And Bradley in his first season for the club, scoring a massive 456 runs, also chipping in with 5 wickets. But overall, the winner has to be Happy. Well done, Happy. Brilliant season again. Well deserved. So guys, we're coming near the end of the awards now. We have a couple of other treats coming up for you. But just on the cricket front, next year is going to be an even bigger year. We have the new east wing of the clubhouse to look forward to decorating, and we look forward to you guys helping out with that. And we're going to have, who knows how many teams we're going to have next year. So we look forward to seeing you guys at training, more people at training, yes. And in 2016 we'll be back here with even more awards. So well done, thanks again for coming. Okay, we have a treat for you guys. Straight out of Bollywood, singing for you tonight, it's Irfan Ali.